Jay here for Stretford, Paddock. This is the Newcastle preview, and joining me are two people who don't need an introduction, but I'll give them one anyway.
Ronaldo and
yes,
Maxi.
There they are. I'm talking about, of course, Adam Mckola. Macca, how we doing?
How do?
And my favourite, Joe Smith.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
I'm only kidding.
What?
Yeah, so we're playing Newcastle. Not really much to talk about this game, is it, Joe?
No. It's weird, isn't it, that it shouldn't be. But they've made it into a big boy.
It is a big boy, and it's a big boy because a certain Cristiano Ronaldo, a.k.a. CR7,
I've got a question to ask.
a.k.a. the GOAT, is back.
I've got, rather a statement than a question. And it's just a little thing that's grinding my gears.
It's not like you, Macca.
Can we stop saying he's making his Man United debut, please?
He is.
No, all right. What
It's
is
not.
It?
Well, he
Is
is.
it not?
Well, it's not.
Is it not? Is what? How would you term
I've
it?
seen him play for Manchester United
Yeah,
before.
I'm curious though. How would you term it?
Ronaldo?
Yeah.
What,
Well,
crispy
hang on a
R?
minute. All right,
Crispy raw?
all right. And I'm going to check Twitter to find evidence. When Pogba played against Southampton in 2016,
I definitely use the hashtag Pogback.
right. Did you use the term debut? Because I saw him play for Leeds
I can't
against
remember,
Leeds, sorry, in
but
2012.
it's something that has come to the forefront this week when I've seen people saying second debut.
Yeah.
It's like saying, I broke my virginity again. Well, did you? Again? Again?
I know you can't.
Yeah.
You can't do it twice, can you?
No, you can.
What?
Front, back. Anyway, I'll just say debut
How
because
have
it's
we got
easier.
to this already?
Because, all right then, here's a question for you. What is a single word way of summarising what Ronaldo is going to be doing against Newcastle? What?
Returning.
Shit.
Returning.
That's pretty good.
It's kind of like, remember Cantona had a ban and came
Yeah.
back. It's kind of like, it's returning from loan. It's like
Well,
I said he's just been
Lingard,
on holiday. That's what I said.
Lingard when he went Leicester and came back. It's a bit like that, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really massively bothered if people call it his debut. I think it's pretty safe to
Debut.
assume that everyone knows he's played for Manchester United before.
What do you make of it when people say debut?
Debut.
Have you never heard anyone say that?
What language is that from?
Debut.
Yeah. Is it French?
Anything with a soft T, I always think is French. But yeah, it's Ronaldo's back. Let's not talk about languages. And
I
all
call
that.
it debut.
Do you?
Yes.
Debut.
Yeah, exactly.
I like their butts and I cannot lie.
Exactly. Anyway, how excited are you, Joe?
I'm really excited. And we're all going as well.
Yeah, it's quite weird that, Joe, because
First game
we've
of the
done quite a
season
lot of
for me.
watch-alongs together, and you do quite a lot of games and all that. And
You've
you
only
don't
come
tend
to
to go
see
to Old Trafford
Ronaldo.
every week. Yeah, you going to this one?
Interesting that.
All right. My first question to you is, what the fuck are you suggesting there? What are you trying to say?
I'm saying you want to gaze longingly into Cristiano Ronaldo's eyes.
Do you want me to show you the receipt of when we bought these tickets on the 11th of August?
That's a lie. Me and you were down at the ticket office the other day begging for any last-minute return.
No, that's not what happened. We went there because they messed up our tickets. I'd already bought them. You think you can turn up to the ticket office on Wednesday for this game and get tickets? Honestly, the insinuation there, I ought to do something. And I don't know what it is.
Well, we are all
Why
going.
I order?
Why I ordered. So yeah, I'm going.
I know you've done well there,
I
actually.
think I have done, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be there as well. I am. How giddy are you?
Supposed to be there anyway. Well, you know what happened to me 2 weeks
yeah,
ago?
because
2 weeks ago, check this out, for
Go
2
on.
weeks ago. So I was scheduled to be at the kickoff and my brother was scheduled to be at work. So if you don't know me, I have one season ticket and then the other season ticket is split between my brother and my dad. Whoever can make it.
Nice.
They've got work sometimes. So 2 weeks ago, I went, Dad, I'm probably working. My brother's got to work. Do you want to find someone to go with you to the game? He went, yeah, my mate will take it. He's been dying to go.
Which
to the
game is this, by the way?
We're talking about the Newcastle game.
Oh, okay, sorry.
2 weeks ago.
I thought you meant the game 2 weeks ago.
No.
I thought you meant about
This
the
conversation happened 2
Okay.
weeks ago. The reason I
otherwise
meant,
that story would have been rubbish.
the reason I said 2
Well,
weeks ago was
I'll
so
be
that
honest, that's what I was worried about.
the reason I said 2 weeks ago so you was clear that it happened before Ronaldo signed.
Right.
Yeah.
Chris Ronaldo.
So then I went, Dad, you can go to the game, have a little day out and that with your mate. Yeah,
That's
sweet.
nice of you.
Sweet, I'll go. And then as the week went by, his mate basically got a free ticket to the hottest show about, which is nice, isn't it?
So
I've got a ticket though.
So at this moment, as we are recording,
I've got a
this,
ticket.
you're not 100% you're going.
No. But
Mate, imagine missing the return of Ronaldo.
Imagine missing
No, but you say
Ronaldo's
that.
debut
Yeah,
for
his
Man
debut.
United.
you say
The
that.
first time
I
he's
saw his
ever
debut.
kicked a ball for Manchester United.
I saw his
ever.
debut.
That was a debut.
One in an
without
Adidas
doubt.
shirt though, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Saw his debut against Bolton.
Hey, Ricardo Gardner still has nightmares about that one.
When this guy couldn't even be bothered to turn up there.
How old were you when Ronaldo first made his debut?
2004?
Yeah.
3.
3. Yeah.
Oh, 10. And I've been to
No,
games
he
with
went,
that point.
he hasn't got Ballon d'Or. Why should I
Yeah,
go
I
see
So
don't
it
him?
was
bother.
this little fella.
Calling him a one-trick
This
pony
little
and that.
skinny-
Hey, with his little, do you remember his little things on his hair?
Noodles.
Yeah, his little
Super
blonde.
noodles.
Aw, bless
They were
him.
good then,
Yeah.
weren't they? Real 90s stuff.
You know what? I've got that shirt that he signed in, but I didn't put his name on the back because I still hadn't got over Beckham. So I put Adam on the back.
Not even Mckola or Muckle, whatever.
McElroy. No, just Adam.
I used to love it at school when people had their first name on the back of the shirt. Like,
I was in school, may I add. Like, I wasn't a fully grown man.
You
you
were
used,
like
to, you used to have to
31.
pay £3 a letter back then, though, didn't you?
Yeah, remember JJB?
cost
They used to,
effective.
then JJB went to £10 a name.
Yeah.
And everyone went,
Yeah, getting
oh,
like
Pierre Van Hooydonk
full,
got my
full
United
Bible
shirt.
verses on it and shit. Can you put the full book of works of Shakespeare on mine? Ronaldo's
Said
back.
everyone in workshop.
Interesting.
Ronaldo's back.
People
Yeah,
that have to work to
interesting.
Shakespeare.
Everyone's excited about it. One player who's probably not back is Donnie Van Der Beek, who you were saying before.
Donnie Van Der Beek.
Yeah, he's the most spoken about United player to barely kick a ball for us ever. It's like he's got a cult following. He's got people that absolutely lose their mind if he's not in the team. There's people who feel like he's been outdone by. Are you one of them?
He's the human embodiment of the grass is greener principle, isn't he? Where he's like, he's not playing, so he'd fix the problem. If there is a problem, the assumption is someone in this squad can fix it, and it's the manager's fault for not realising. That's what the sort of the basis that a lot of people are working on. Some United fans, some opposition fans, but it's like, Ollie's making a mistake, let us find it, and it happens to be
Do you think
Donny.
that's a bit of an unfair way to look at it? Look, I agree in some sense that, you know, maybe Ollie doesn't fancy him. Maybe there's something there there's a reason why he isn't. But he's a new signing. We've all seen before he came to the club that he's pretty talented.
Yeah.
Can keep the ball, does well. Even when he's played for United, he may not have particularly done amazingly well consistently, but there's always been glimpses from him. So the lack of opportunity then is a bit of a head scratcher, because it's not like he plays and then he's taken out and he's just a squad player. He hardly plays.
Yeah.
And even the other week, what game was it when we drew? And he
Southampton.
Lingard came off the bench.
No, I know. And the thing is, I didn't say then he's no good, he shouldn't play. I was trying to explain the phenomenon
I'm trying to explain
of what Jay was mentioning there.
why I think that reaction is around there now. And then
Yeah,
obviously you're always going to have people that take it too far.
Yeah.
And they use it as a reason to have Ollie out. Or you'll have some other people that will use it as a reason to say, well, Donnie Van Der Beek's just crap then. And the truth is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But it is a head scratcher.
It is
We spent
definitely a
close
head
to 50
scratcher.
million pounds on
Yeah.
him. And
It's
we
weird.
have hardly used him. And you can say he made 20 appearances or 30 appearances or whatever, but have the minutes been there for him? And then, even like he said in that interview, I haven't really had a chance to even, like, I'll play and then I'm not playing the next game.
But the other question is then, so, and again, I don't want this to be, I don't like him, so I'm not trying to argue that, I'm just, again, making the argument to discuss it. When Bruno came in, it was his first game against Wolves, was it?
Yeah, it was,
0-0.
Completely controlled the game. Took the game by the scruff of the neck and just was United's best player. I know, we didn't win the game. Then it was at Everton a couple of weeks later, scored a goal, gets an assist to City. Like, he just, when I'm here, and they were bought for roughly the same price, was it 40-odd million-ish?
Yeah, yeah.
And he just went,
With
I'm
add-ons and
here,
stuff.
this is my team now. And Donny, yes, he hasn't had 10 games in a row, but you don't just get 10 games in a row to hope you prove yourself to be good enough. At some point, he has to just show it, doesn't he?
That would be a good point.
Do you know what I mean?
If our midfield wasn't poor.
Yeah.
And I know then some people are going to say, well, he's not a number 6.
Yeah.
But we've been playing with a 4-2-3-1. He can play in a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
We're not asking him to play on his own, sitting behind 2 number 8s.
No.
We're not asking him to do that. So it's like, he has to be given the opportunity to prove us wrong. And I don't think he has had the opportunity or been given enough opportunity, personally. And I get it, Pogba and Bruno are better than him. But
I just feel Ollie must have seen enough from him to know why he's not picking, to have a reason to not pick him. Like, he played in that game against Burnley, didn't he? In the behind closed doors game. I know he didn't have a lot of games last season, but when he played like a full game, I think, or he started against Leicester in the league and in the cup. He wasn't great.
Didn't he start in Istanbul as well?
Yeah, he's had games where
you say that,
and you
he
think he's
scored
been
on his
very
first
quiet. Well, he came on against Palace,
and then like some
but,
of the
that was literally over a year ago.
Remember the skill with Mata and that, and it's like just little bits of play.
I think it would be different if Pogba and Bruno weren't around. If we didn't have one of those two, then I'd be like, okay. But we've got probably 2 of the best midfielders in the world who are arguably in his position. You know, you can stick him in as a 6, but that's not his position, really. I know he said on that interview he's played there, but, you know, Aaron Wan-Bissaka used to play on the wing. He's not a winger. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like I feel like he's probably a mixture of all the things we've spoken about. Maybe should have took his chance a little bit better. He deserves more chances, and he's got better players in his preferred position in front of him.
And you used the example of Bruno. And again, I don't think me and you really disagree on it. We're just furthering the debate.
Yeah.
But Bruno is like a very big example to use. Do you know what I mean? It's not Bruno that's only keeping him out of the team. You could argue McTominay, Fred are in there, and
but
at times, even Pogba, you could say at times.
Yeah,
but
Bruno is a recent example of a new signing that just forces him into squad, and that was in the middle of the season as well. Let's not forget with Bruno. Bruno came in February. So he had a settled team. I know it was only, it was Pereira that he basically displaced, but he had to fight his way through an established starting 11.
Loads of players have done it. You know, there was a time when Anthony Martial, when Sanchez came in, was out of favour, and I remember arguing with you saying, like, he's got to force his way into it, and he did.
And he did.
Just by his sheer performances, until Jose couldn't ignore him anymore, and he was back in the team. And I feel like maybe Donny's got to do that just when he gets those 90 minutes or those chances when they come, because I know they've not come this season. He's got to grab him.
And one thing to say as well is, I think Ole is in a difficult position where it's like, yes, he needs more chances, but at the same time, he hasn't been so good that he has certainly earned more chances. He's almost like, well, Fred's shit to get Donny in. And for me, that isn't the best basis to sort of establish a career on, is the guy who was in front of me is shit. Or, people are saying, I'm not saying Fred is shit.
I think a lot of people get more vexed about it when, and like, I felt this way immediately after the game against Wolves, is like, the geezer can't pass wind.
No, that's true.
At times, you know what I mean? And it's...
Fred, you mean?
You're sitting there like, I know Donny can pass ball.
Yeah,
I know one thing he can do is keep possession of the ball in tight spaces and get it out. And I don't think he's a typical 6 by any stretch. And people use that clip of him getting beat by Fred in training, but I used to see clips of Carrick getting beat like that.
There was a clip this week of Fred diving in on Hannibal, him going around him and pointing at the top corner.
Yeah, but I mean,
Carrick
never used to always... No. Like, I used to think, Carrick, come on, you could win the ball there. And you know what I mean? And he wouldn't... But interceptions and using your brain and keeping possession is a different thing. And having those defensive attributes of being able to tackle, hold, etc., if you can do all that, but you're going to constantly give the ball away, what's the point? Because you're just inviting pressure onto us. So, yeah, I understand the frustrations. I want to see him play more. But
me too.
Ali probably thinks he treated him as a luxury as well.
Yeah. With all that being said, then we'll start with you, Joe. Does Donnie Van Der Beek make your starting 11? Let's get down to your predicted 11s. You can talk us through it.
He does. He does actually make my starting 11.
Oh,
you see there with De Gea, I think, the back four picks itself. Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Maguire, Shaw. Varane was, I thought, I wouldn't say sensational because he didn't do enough to be sensational. But when you talk about measured, composed, and he did get some good last-ditch blocks, pushing people out wide, tackles and interceptions in the 6-yard box, he was just as composed as you could possibly be. I thought he was brilliant the other day, the other week now against Wolves. Then I have gone with Donny, because we do have this conversation, and it's almost being skirted around because you've got this Fred, Donny, sort of McTominay thing going on. But Paul Pogba isn't guaranteed a spot in this team. There was a point at the start of last season for the first sort of 2 or 3 months where he didn't always play, and some of that was because of COVID. He seemed to have a bit of a lasting effect from that. But he is, I think, in recent weeks, he's played his best off the left-hand side.
Yeah.
But we've got our second most attacking threat, Marcus Rashford, on the left-hand side. Obviously, he's not available now. But there is going to be a conversation that has to be had with, and that is, does Paul Pogba play deep, or is he out of the team? Because I think Rashford plays ahead of Pogba.
Nah.
Do you not? Really?
Bro, Paul Pogba is made for Ronaldo.
I don't disagree with that, but from where? On the left? Or deep?
If you're playing Ronaldo, Pogba has to play.
But we're deep then?
And also, wherever he has to play. And also, Pogba's been fucking good for the last... I know what you're saying in terms of
saying
we've got so many options.
On the left-hand
side. If Pogba isn't cutting it at the moment, you could easily see a team where he's not starting.
Yeah.
Because 4-2-3-1, okay, he's going to probably play Fred or McTominay depending on the opposition. And then so is Pogba going to play on the left? But the passing ability alone, I think you need that around Ronaldo more than maybe a Rashford who's just going to
drive.
So you'd have Pogba over if it came to a choice.
And Ronaldo's playing.
Yeah.
and you're not going to stick Pogba in the midfield, I'd pick Pogba in the midfield, personally. If you're not going to pick Pogba there, I'd pick Pogba over Rashford.
Just going back to the Newcastle game.
I have gone Pogba. I think those two can work, especially against Newcastle, where we should have a lot of possession. They do tend to sit back. They've got good players on the counter-attack, but I think the speed, the tackling ability of Wan-Bissaka, same thing can be said for Varane. I think we should be able to cope with that, even with this is a very attacking midfield. Then I've gone Sancho on the left, Greenwood on the right. I've gone Sancho, just done it that way around because Sancho is better on the left than Greenwood is on the left.
Yeah.
And, Greenwood is for me, pretty much first name on the team sheet at the minute. He's been fantastic for United. He's also had a couple of weeks off because he didn't go to England, so he should be fit. Greenwood on the right. Bruno speaks for itself. And then Cristiano Ronaldo up front. I know he's only trained a couple of times, but he's a number 9. He's the best player of all time. He's the whole reason that the mood has lifted, not the whole reason, a huge reason why the mood has gone up another notch in the last couple of weeks.
Because we were buzzing anyway, weren't we? We got Sancho and Varane, and the first game against Leeds in particular. But this has just been nice enough.
See, I don't think he start.
Go on then. Well, let's get into your team, Macca. Go on, talk us through your team.
And the reason, obviously, Joe never picked Fred is because Fred's unavailable for this one, according to Brazilian FA.
Yeah.
Who obviously
that may change.
Who obviously pays wages.
Reports. I know. It's
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
And I was saying this on the news this morning. How is when a player gets sent off, they get punished by being banned. Now they're trying to punish United by banning Fred. How's that right? Do you know what we're going to do?
What are you saying? They should ban us all?
Well, I know they can't do that, but you know what I mean? It seems like a very Fred-centered punishment. Do you know what? They wouldn't let you leave, so we'll ban you from playing for them.
Yeah.
How's that hurting?
It does seem like it's
but they've also
contradictory.
Everton are sound, so...
Yeah, Richarlison can come. He came to the Olympics for us.
Yeah.
So it's just completely subjective.
He won us the Olympics.
Yeah, ridiculous. Go on. Who's your back five? Is
same
it the
back
same?
five, yeah. David De Gea, Varane, Maguire, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka. I thought Shaw was England's best player, or one of them, midweek in the draw against Poland. In the midfield, I can't see that.
You've got Matic and you've got Pogba.
Did you see, by the way, people criticising Luke Shaw for that header they conceded? When he's got like a 10-yard run up on Shaw and he beats him in the air.
Like people
just because something happens near you doesn't mean you made a mistake.
Yeah.
Go on, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, go on. So
Pogba and Matic.
Yeah.
In the midfield, I got Matic, Paul Pogba. Genuinely, I think that is probably the best of what we've got at the minute. Obviously, McTominay's just come back to training, so maybe could have picked him. Donnie ain't starting, so this is what we've got. On the right, I've gone Mason Greenwood, Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho, and Edinson Cavani. I think Ronaldo's going to come off the bench, old school style. You know what United are like as well? They want to post that picture of him coming on for Nicky Butt with another picture of him coming on for someone else. Like, you know,
really?
They want to just...
You're having that one? That Ollie would actually
also,
be that beholden to the social media
Have you seen all the
team?
pictures of Ronaldo training this week? I know there was the one where he had like Hugh Gill behind him and he's doing some sort of foot tennis.
That first session was clearly a solo, wasn't it?
That was these sessions are on his own. Most
was yesterday's?
I seen a picture this morning. If that's from yesterday's session, he's running on his own. So that makes you think: is he match fit?
Right, okay.
But then, when do Pogba and all that get back? Yeah. You know, who's going to be available? Anyone going to be carrying knocks? There's all those little things you got to take.
The thing
into
with Ronnie
consideration.
as well, I think, like for his first game, he's going to want to get a goal as well. I don't think he's going to want.
But do you think he doesn't start Cavani when Cavani didn't go away for Uruguay? We had that whole issue with Cavani wanting to go.
You can't be giving sentimental stars.
It's not sentimental though.
That's a good question. So we'll get to my team then because I can answer that.
Fuck your team.
I don't care about you dick.
I've gone with it completely different.
Rice
is that Jesse Lingard?
I've gone off the scale. I'm not going to lie. You only live once. Back five's the same. I've gone Nemanja Matic in the holding. I've gone 4-3-3. I've gone Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes in front of him. I've put Ronnie on the left. Now you might think Ronnie's not playing on the left years.
That's where he plays.
Yeah, he can play on the left. Yeah, so he's not strictly a 9. I've gone with Mason Greenwood, who's on fire. Our player of the month, 3-3. And I put Jesse in there because he's been getting a lot of games. Ollie says he's got a future.
He was excellent
why
for England
not?
Last week.
Yeah, why not?
You know what?
Mix it up a bit.
Greenwood plays, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Greenwood's not starting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the fact that you said there when you said Ronnie on the left, people say like he does play there. That's where he plays regularly. Like he'll come off the left in terms of attacking. And I just don't think we'll do that in the Premier League because I think he's going to be that Zlatan figure.
I think he'd more like to play on the left in the Champions League.
That's fair
where
enough.
it's like a bit more open, away from home, counter-attacking. I think, though, I mean, the Lingard thing is presumably, not going to happen. But
You were very polite to
there's
me
a
then,
difference
Joe.
as well, because it's not easy to forget, but like Bruno's got 3 and 3.
And also-
but Greenwood scored in every game is
And
so
also,
important.
I just want to add this caveat as well. There's question mark about Sancho's fitness.
Yeah.
That's
a good
so
point.
He
that's
just didn't
one.
want to chill with Gareth
That's
Southgate.
why I'm like, I'm not throwing Sancho in because I think if he was fully fit and fully match fit, I'd have picked him, but I'm just not sure he is, and that's my predicted.
So you think Ronaldo's starting then?
I think he is. Yeah, I understand the whole thing of maybe he's not 100% there. Maybe they want to get the crowd going where you go, and now coming on like Cristiano Ronaldo. I just feel that he'll want to start, and I just feel like also as well. And this sounds crackers, but we can't afford to take too many chances.
No.
We can't we've already dropped 2 unnecessary points. It could be one of those leagues where it's tight. Play your strongest team, and he's in
See,
it.
I look at it from the sense that, is it too much? Like, when you're starting,
Yeah.
does it become a distraction? And then it's like, I think Ollie's going to try get the game on and bring him on.
All right. Okay. Well, I
could see it.
I could
Because
see
it
it.
feels like a distraction, or it could be.
Which is funny because he's just a player, but
But I
because
don't
he's
mean-
this like otherworldly
It's like
football.
Do you remember that
god.
day when we lost against City, the 50th anniversary?
Yeah, we're talking about.
And I know they're
before.
completely different, but
Yeah.
it's like the occasion.
The occasion definitely got to everyone.
and it messed it up.
That was
And
our
I-
worst performance
It was
that
yeah,
season.
So
Yeah.
flat, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Like just
And I
And
feel
it
like
was a
this
really
could be
strange
like the
atmosphere.
occasion's going to be, up there. Could it affect the players?
yeah.
Part of me feels like I understand that. Part of me feels like we could get at Newcastle straight away.
And we'll probably be 3-0 up in
Yeah,
10 minutes.
and then you could end up bringing Ronnie off to us.
I'm worried it might go the other way.
Right. Well,
I'm worried about Newcastle.
We need to speak to someone about Newcastle. Normally us three will chat about it, but we've actually got an expert on the Geordies. We've got Ethan James, who's our resident Newcastle fan. We had a little chat with him and asked him about Stephen Bruce's Barmy Army. So with us we've got Ethan James. Ethan, thanks for coming on the channel. Just from a Newcastle point of view, how's the season been so far? Obviously, you're not doing too well in the league, but in terms of performances, how have you judged it?
Oh, it's been pretty dire, to be honest, Jay. So,
First question: are you putting that accent on?
no, this is my
Love
real
that.
accent. I am unfortunately a Newcastle United fan, Joe. But the start of the season's been rubbish. 3 games in, they've conceded 8 goals. They've conceded 30 shots in the box and 11 big chances as well so far.
And my God, some of
there's
those chances
stats
were
here.
vast.
Yeah.
Some of the biggest chances you'll see.
Some of the biggest chances you'll see, Joe. And also, in every game so far, we've conceded a penalty. So
What's that about? Because that's not isn't like a general thing of like, oh, they're conceding a lot of penalties. It means, but like, what is just rash defending, people not caring, lazy tackles.
It's rash defending. You have to remember we're playing a 5-back as well. So the point of playing 5 defenders is that you're not good enough to play 4. So you like to think you're trying to cut out the chances of conceding penalties and things. But yeah, the captain has already conceded 2 penalties. Right?
I thought you might come on and be like, you know what? Stick your Ronaldo up your arse. We're winning this. You're just tearing into Newcastle here. As well, Brucey watches as well.
This is the guy who you place your faith in, Joe. It's been 5-3-2 every game so far,
Right.
and the idea is to be using Saint Maximin and Wilson up top as an outlet to escape the
probably-
constant defending.
I would, from the outside looking in, your best 2 players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say so because you see in the past, Joe, I'd give a lot of credit to the defenders because that's what we took some pride of it, especially under the previous manager rather than this fella. But at the minute, I think Wilson and Saint Maximin are definitely Newcastle's best players because they're the ones who get you out of the trouble. But the problem is they're injured most of the season.
You said that. You said about the previous managers, but the record under Bruce and the record under Benitez in terms of your league finishes are almost identical. So why is it Benitez is revered and Bruce is like a bit of a laughing stock?
Well, you have to also remember, Jay, that Steve Bruce has had a lot more money to spend than Benitez. So if we're going to talk about the attackers, like we've just talked about Saint Maximin and Wilson, Benitez rather had Joselu and Rondon. They were his big attackers that he brought in the club. Joselu cost 5 mil, Rondon was a loan deal. So, and then you look at Steve Bruce, he's brought in Saint Maximin for 18 million. Wilson was 20, I think. Willock for 25. he's had the money to spend. And if you're just stagnating or staying at a pretty much similar place, surely you'd expect to be improving, no?
Why do you think then? Because obviously, it's not like you got Steve Bruce in, he's a big name. Rafa was just a small, we didn't want to give him the money as a championship manager. Rafa Benitez has won La Liga, has won Champions Leagues. Why do you think he didn't get the money and Bruce did?
I'm not too sure. You have to take into account as well, in Benitez's first season, Newcastle got relegated. They sold a lot of players. And then he still really didn't get that investment when we went back up. Why has Bruce got the money now and Benitez doesn't? I'm not too sure. Maybe because Bruce is easier to get along with. You have to remember as well, players like Drew Linton, which cost 40 million, come under Bruce's watch, but that was really made before Bruce came to the club. So I think there's a hierarchy thing as well, that the likes of Lee Charnley is making those decisions to bring in those players.
With all that then in mind,
honestly,
I don't want to laugh at you.
This is the best part of the preview by a mile.
You've been very honest.
This has been great.
It's obviously not a happy camp at St James's at the minute, but with all that you've said, do you have any confidence going into this game? Can you see any way that you can get a result at Manchester United, especially with Ronaldo coming back? And obviously, you'd expect Old Trafford being well up for it.
No.
The longer you were answering that question, Ethan's face slowly just melted.
Your soul was just drifting out of your body there when I say that. No, not a...
I'll give you the stats before, Jay. We've conceded 8 goals in 3 games, 2 every game. I mean, the last game against Southampton, there was hope that we got a 90th minute winner. We're going berserk, and then you concede a 96th minute penalty. It's looked like that.
I don't like laughing.
There's no luck whatsoever. And then the next trip, you're like, oh, who we got next? We got Man United. Oh, they brought in the best player in the world. Brilliant. Where's the hope? Where's the enthusiasm there, Jay? There is none.
Give us a score prediction.
Be honest now.
4-0. 4-0 Man United.
I don't think we've ever had a preview where we've had anyone give a prediction for a 4-0 loss for their team, whether it's an opposition fan or a United fan.
That just goes to show how privileged we are as United fans.
We are, and you've painted a pretty grim picture of what's going on at St James's. And
Man United fans, especially on this channel, have definitely moan an awful lot, and more so than they probably should do. So. Definitely be grateful for your football club, and it's not so bad with the ownership. There's worse owners out there.
Let's not get started on that one, because I think we can make arguments there. I won't have anyone sticking up for the Glazers on there.
Giving us a reality check as well.
This is going the wrong way. Ethan, where can people find you? Any Newcastle fans are watching? Have you got a blog? Have you got a Twitter account?
No, I sometimes do the commentary for Stretford Paddock FC, so you can see me there. I talk there now and then. I've got a Twitter, but it's not very big, so don't really bother.
This is your chance to elevate it.
You're trying to grow it.
Don't really bother. It's not very big. Don't really bother.
Ethan James Media. There might be some big things in the future. You never know.
This will be the first step towards greatness. Ethan, thanks a lot for coming on the channel. We do appreciate it.
No worries at all.
So thanks to Ethan for chatting to us.
Cheers,
He's
Ethan.
not feeling confident from a Newcastle point of view. Macca, from a United point of view, what's your score prediction? You feeling more confident?
I hope the occasion don't get to him, because I think I'm going 2-0 United. I think we'll probably get one just before half time. Bring Ronaldo on in the second half, and he'll seal it with a goal.
There's going to be a real energy in there, and it could go two ways. Yeah. It could be that sort of like how it did against Leeds, where it's just, again. Or it could be like, fucking hell, it's 0-0 after 70 minutes. What's happening here? Everyone's getting nervous. That sort of, hush around the ground. I hope it isn't that, but I could see like a 1-1 or something like that. I'm going to go... I honestly think it'll be 1-0. And I don't think it'll be Ronaldo that scores. I think it's going to be tough.
Is it going to be him and Bruno with the ball in their hands going like that for a penalty?
It's such a big... we'll cut it in half. And you can... it's going to be such a big occasion for what is essentially, a team that is going to be bottom half of the table. It's
just a normal game.
That's what I'm saying. It's a normal game.
No, but it is like...
But it's got like the emotion and the nerves and the
but
energy of like a cup semi-final or something. So I think it's going to be tough. I'm going to go 1-0. I think we'll win, but I think it won't be a blasting.
You've gone 2-0. I'm going to go with 6-0 United.
Yeah!
Ronaldo hat-trick. Remember that?
It was 6 when he scored.
6-0 with it when he scored his only hat-trick. No, it's 6-0.
Was it nil?
Yeah, I'm sure. Was it?
Don't know.
I thought I was
Danny
6-0. No, it was 6-0.
that.
It was 6-0. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go 6-0, but who knows? Get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think the score prediction will be. Whether you think Ronaldo's going to start, whether you think he's going to score, what you think is going to happen. You know where to find him, Adam Mckola. You know where to find Joe Smith. Make sure you're checking out as well our merchandise. You can see a little graphic there, over there. We've got Ronaldo, Bruno. We've got all them sort of T-shirts as well.
Got loads of great designs on there.
Yes.
Great design.
We've been
Got a
getting
great
cracking.
designer,
And
in-house designer.
we're sorting out all the... We're getting on the Christmas stuff now.
Oh, don't say the C
Preparation.
word, Macca. Already, come on.
Preparation. What, Cristiano?
Yes.
Yeah, so make sure you check out the merch. If you're not subscribing, do that as well. This has been Stretford Paddock's Newcastle preview. Thanks for watching.
Viva Steve Bruce.